Welcome back to the channel. Phil again here from Harris Automotive. We got a 2008 Mercedes-Benz S550 that has 165,000 miles. Customer complaint was that they did a bunch of suspension work, new suspension compressor, new front struts, and they still cannot get this vehicle to raise up off the ground. It's sitting low to the ground. So we're going to take you through the step-by-step process on how we get this thing diagnosed and how we get it repaired. Not expecting nothing too difficult. These things are set up pretty simple. But if you're having issues with getting these vehicles diagnosed, this is going to be the video for you. So let's do it. So we got the vehicle in and we got it on the ground. Before we start checking any fuse or anything, let's do a diagnostic scan. So here are our diagnostic trouble codes: vehicle level, front and right, stored events. Permanent faults is the right front solenoid valve, was actually part of the passenger front strut. Let's do a suspension compressor test first. See if the compressor comes on. So I want to run a compressor check first. Compressor test, I should say, first, to see if our compressor is coming on. Without a compressor coming on, this suspension isn't going anywhere. So basically, we're gonna hit the start button, and now we should hear our compressor come on. Well, 5 seconds it'll relieve the valve. It'll open up the valve for 5 seconds, and now it's gonna move on to activating the compressor. So let's see, we should better hear this compressor come on, and the compressor is not coming on. So if we go over to the vehicle, the suspension compressor is over here under this headlamp, under the bottom of the vehicle. Is not coming on. So the first thing I want to do, let's just go check the fuse and the relay. All right, so what we're going to do, this fuse 56 is 40 ampere. When that relay cuts on, suspension compressor relay cuts on, which is this unit right here, it sends power to the compressor. So let's go to this fuse. We have our compressor cut on again with our diagnostic. Okay, so if we getting power to each side. Go to the other side, Ken. All right, let's go to the compressor and see if we get power to the compressor. Good. All right, so we have the compressor. This here is the compressor that's in the vehicle. We have the terminal unplugged, the connector unplugged. We got ground, and we got power. So this compressor should cut on. So let's just test it. Come around here, Tyler. Ken, can I get a light real fast? We're gonna go right here, and we're gonna add power directly to the compressor. Watch this. This compressor is not cutting on. So we have a bad compressor, but let's just confirm it. Come on over here. We always have a used one floating around, a test compressor with these, since we do so many of them. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna simply add ground and power and make sure this compressor is good. This compressor is good. Why don't we just plug this in while we're still activating and see if it comes on. So we know we got a bad compressor. So let's start with that. Let's take a look at the rest of the car. So our level sensors are reading left front, right front, and rear. There's 3 level sensors in the car, and each of them are reading, so that's a plus. Let's go take a look and see what he installed in this thing. I want you guys to look at something. We are on a passenger front of the vehicle that we have a permanent fault for the passenger front strut. Look at this. This wire is wedged. This wire here, look right here. It goes to the level sensor. It goes to the level sensor. And look, it's pinched behind that connector. Let's get that resolved. And also looks like that connector may not be pushed all the way in right here. Let's start with that. This is on the driver's side. It might be hard for you guys to see, and that might not be plugged in all the way. We're gonna see if we can push that in, but at least the wiring harness is not wrapped behind it. I want you guys to look at something. That was not plugged in all the way. See a second ago how it was protruding out just slightly, and now we're flush. They have to be flush. When you put these connectors in, get a long screwdriver and just push them in. So look, let me show you what we got. We have our test compressor still installed in the vehicle, and the suspension pumped right up. So actually the only thing we have to do is talk to our customer, sell him a suspension compressor, do a slight calibration, and this car is done. So this is how you get to the bottom of the issue with these vehicles. Also, we're going to do a new compressor. We're going to replace with a new relay as well. Always do a new relay. So any of your suspension issues with your Mercedes-Benz, air or hydraulic, it does not matter. We will handle them all. Thanks for watching.